Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of Straight from the Fucking Block. I am your host, The Plano, only on 92.6 WKBP, The Spot. Co-host, holla at him.
You already know who it is. It's your boy, Crip Bayless. Stop playing me. I ain't fucking with you niggas.
Y'all already know who it is, man. It's me, B. Aston Martin, a.k.a. Mr. Martin. We in the building. We out here, man. Let's get it.
You already know it's Haitian Ferg in the building. Ready to let it go. Let's do it, man.
Hey. We're not going to start the show like this. We're not going to start the show like this.
What?
The meter is already rising. Let it go. Yo, everything can't be a pause, though.
That doesn't sound crazy.
Yo, if y'all want to play,
maybe I hear something y'all don't hear. But a nigga introducing himself saying he ready to let it go sounds
ready to let it go, bro.
Yeah.
You know what? That's gonna be my intro. So long as you still got that
I'm
background.
gonna mute you when you do your intro because I can't. We're not gonna start the meter at half. We're not starting the meter at half.
Oh my God. Let's Brian react to something. It's NBA edition before we go into the other topics of the show, right? I came across this post.
I'm sorry, just real quick. Can I just give a shout out to my boo? She just got paid $1 million in China. Liz?
No.
Why? That's a big deal for a woman basketball player.
Is it?
Really?
In China? No, that to me, if any of them a lot of NBA players could go to China and get paid.
Well, they didn't. She did. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Time. I hope she don't fuck up the bag, though. Go ahead.
You bugging. She's nice. How she gonna fuck up the bag? She's
because
nice.
of her attitude, nigga. Why you think she ain't been playing?
Her amazing. It ain't her. It's people.
Anyway, I follow her. I know. It's every you blame everybody but yourself. Accountability. Accountability, bro. So I came across this post. This is not about who's better, right? I just want you guys to list 1, 2, and 3, right? Who's 1 on your list? Who's 2? Who's 1A and who's 1B? All right.
Oh boy.
That's what we doing. I came across a post, and the post was about these 3 point guards. So we're going to do a point guard edition of 1, 2, and 3, right? A, B, and C. It was Marbury, Baron Davis, and Stephen Franchise Francis.
Oh my God.
I'm biased. Marbury's the best guard to ever come out of New York. I'm going with I'm a New York nigga. I'm going with my New York son first, overall. No disrespect to the other 2 niggas, because I fucking love me some Steve Francis. I was a big Steve Francis fan. And he said Baron Davis. So I got Marbury, Francis, Baron Davis. Baron Davis was a beast, though. Fuck. But Steve Francis would have won the dunk contest if Vince wasn't in it. That says a lot. And I know I love me some Steve Francis. Yeah, so that's my 3. That's my order.
The only issue I have is that these guys were. Damn, that's such a tough one. I'm going Baron Davis. Mind you, I'm a Knicks fan, but I'm going Baron Davis number 1, Marbury number 2, Francis number 3. Reason why is because those guys weren't necessarily. They were shooting guards stuck in point guard bodies, in my opinion. Marbury didn't necessarily raise the level of play around him. Neither did Francis. Baron Davis actually did.
Don't they both have pretty decent career averages and assists? Like 7?
That's a whole nother conversation, because when you look at Marbury's stat lines, Marbury was close to 20 and 10 on any given night. But when you actually watch the games, he didn't raise the level of talent around him. He was good at getting numbers. He was good at getting the numbers.
Depends which Marbury. Like what? Who
Let
do
me
you
ask
had
you a
around
question.
him?
Think about it this way. Who, if you, even with Steve Francis, for example, Marbury's best years from a team perspective and Francis's best years from a team perspective was when they played with players that were better than them. Yao Ming was better than Francis, and Kevin Garnett was better than Marbury. But when they were supposed to be the best players on their team, they didn't raise a level of talent around them. But when Baron Davis was a 8 seed and they beat Utah Jazz with Karolinko and Steven Jackson and all them boys, Baron Davis raised the level of talent on that team. And if he didn't get hurt, I got him at number one there. Got to be Baron Davis for me.
Baron Davis is a beast.
Listen, I want to say this real quick. The way I look at point guards, the point guard is really not supposed to be the number one on the team. He's supposed to be the leader. So playing with better talent is what it's supposed to be because you're supposed to be the point guard, right? So I don't think that's a knock on any of these guys, including Steve Franchise. That's just my opinion.
So my opinion is, my bad. I mean, but I gotta go with the same order as Haitian Ferg. I gotta go.
Take your fucking hat off, B.
Fuck you.
Take your hat off, B. Take your fucking hat off, B. Take your hat off, B. I'm surprised. I'm surprised at you. But go ahead.
Take the wood off your shoulder. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. Baron Davis number one. I gotta go B Diddy number one. It's Marbury number two and Franchise number three. It's close. It's close. But I feel like Baron Davis was both for them combined. I feel like Baron Davis had the drum shot of Steph Marbury and had the athleticism of Franchise. He combined the better elements of both of them, because Stephon Marbury was the first point guard who was pulling up from way beyond 3-point range. Like, his shit was wet from way beyond range. He still had jimmies and hops and had handles too, and was a playmaker. That's what made him so deadly. But let's not forget that Marbury had the hammy from deep. From when he was in Lincoln, he was pulling up from deep. He was the first, like one of the first ones to pull up from really, really way behind NBA 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? But Stevie Franchise was violating niggas athletically like fucking John Miranda is right now, just to keep it quick and short.
And he had the fucking yo-yo.
Right. Baron Davis had both. Baron Davis could shoot, and he was violating 7-footers with the crazy dunks, cock in the back from like Wemby, and he's like only 6'1", 6'2". They was all about the same height. They was all about 6'2". It's none of these guards 6'5" or 6'3" or 5'9". So this is a really good comparison.
I think Baron Davis and Steve Francis 6'3".
But like,
but Marbury's about 6'2" himself. Like I'm saying, they all the same.
Marbury like 6'1".
You know what I'm saying? But out of all of them, Baron Davis was built like a fucking running back. So he would take
bullying
and dunk on niggas and bully niggas.
But you know what Steve Francis and Baron Davis fucked up that? Like that puts them behind they're not from New York. That fucked them up in their life.
No. I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. This is why Marbury is numbered. Like I would never shit on Steph, but I can't take away how B Diddy, like he said, it's like that's why I said I got to fucking curve.
Some Compton nigga now.
How that number 8 seed and Steven Jackson ran through that one seed that year and changed the fucking NBA was crazy. It was really crazy. Like they did them niggas dirty. And Marbury never did nothing like that, and Franchise never did nothing like that. But Baron Davis, as a fucking AC, changed the fucking NBA because he ran through that one seed, and we all remember the dunk. We all remember the highlights from that shit.
Yep. And he got the technical foul for showing his belly.
Yeah, he was wilding too.
Why you ain't telling me
Well, I will be the first to put my order. My order is actually Marbury, Franchise, and then Baron.
Oh, see, look at me and D agreeing.
Yeah, so Marbury was, because when it comes to point guards, I like pure point guards. He was the closest out of the three of a pure point guard, but he did set up his assist through his shot. But Marbury was a scoring point guard. I'm just going with that. I'm going with that order, and I'm just gonna stick with it. I ain't gonna get too much deeper in.
Real quick, Kay, why you ain't tell me you was blood? Cause you some Compton nigga. But you gonna pick Baron Davis. You from Compton. Just if you from Compton, say that. If you blood, say that.
Look, he don't have to be biased by picking New Yorkers, but let's stick with New Yorkers.
You can't pick a Compton nigga with a New York hat on. If he had a hat on, it'd have been okay.
Let's stick with New York, Quest, since Mr. Bayless, since you want to focus there. Let's do Kenny Anderson, Rod Strickland, Mark Jackson. Put them in order.
That's OD. That's OD. Those are all GOATs.
That's an easy one for me.
Who you say?
For me, it's Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson's number 3.
It's Mark Jackson, Kenny Anderson, and Rod Strickland for me.
Okay.
What you got? My order is going to be Rod Strickland, Kenny Anderson, and Mark Jackson.
Okay.
Rod Strickland's from the town. That just made my decision a little bit easier because he's from the town. He's from the town. And then what? Kenny Anderson from what? Queens?
Rod Strickland, Kenny Anderson, Mark Jackson.
There you go. There you go to K. I know. He came back to
Rod Strickland is literally from Patterson. Like, I physically know Rod Strickland from being at the bridge.
I know him from being at Gun. When Gun Hill tournament was the shit, right. That nigga ran that shit.
And just forget about where I physically met some of these people. On the fucking basketball court, Rod Strickland was one of the only people who I know that constantly gave the Bulls fucking work when he was on the Washington Bullets, going against Mike and Scotty and all of our fucking point guards. And even on Portland, like, he always gave the Bulls fits because we just could never, you can't stop him from going where he want to go.
That's the worst I've ever seen in my life.
It's easy to see that he's Kyrie's, that he's Kyrie's godfather. Like, if you seen Rod Strickland play basketball,
that's the
it's easy to understand that he taught Kyrie Irving. It's easily. Once you say, oh, Kyrie, that's his godfather. All right, that makes sense from early. Because Rod Strickland was just that fucking nice. You could not stop him from getting where he wanted to go on that court. He would kick out to a nigga, and then when it came to laying it up, he just had all the fucking angles all the time. Well, he couldn't shoot like Kyrie.
I'm going Mark, Rod, and then Kenny. That's how I'm looking at it.
I mean, y'all two are Knickerbockers, so it's understandable.
No. That has nothing to do with
very little to do with it.
You gotta remember Mark's game. Y'all gotta keep me in mind when I say that Mark's game is favorable to the type of point guards that I like. He was he was better at assisting than the other two, a better defender, and a better rebounder. He my favorite point guard. Who's my favorite player? K knows this. Who's my favorite player?
Magic.
Okay, if Magic Johnson's my favorite player, out of those three, who emulates him the most? It's gonna be Mark Jackson, which is why I'm choosing him. It's not that I'm just a Knicks fan.
Let me tell you something else that I liked about Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson was the least skilled of the 3-point guards you just mentioned. But intellectually, he had the highest IQ of those three. He was the one point guard that I saw alongside Magic Johnson that could run point from the block. Like, he could literally they changed the back to the basket rule as far as how many seconds you could have your back to the basket because of Mark Jackson. because he was literally running point guard from the block. Don't forget, the Knicks have been chasing a point guard since they let him go. They hadn't been able to replace a point guard for Patrick Ewing since. Jalen Brunson is the closest that we could say. You had Steph, you had all those other guys, but when you look at, people forget, Mark Jackson's what, top 3, top 4 in the assists leading in NBA history all time? The dude couldn't run.
I think he's top 5. I think he's top 5 somewhere in there.
He couldn't run.
Maybe top 3 in Knicks history all time.
No. I'm talking about the league, NBA history. Look it up. He's top 5.
I think he's top 5. I think he's top 5.
He's top 5. He's top 5.
You know what I like about Mark? That his brother was Escalade. That's about it. I was a big Escalade fan, so that's about all I got out of Mark.
You know,
all right, because Mark started his shoulder shake, the shimmy. Mark started the shimmy. He was the first nigga to shimmy.
Oh
yeah, Mark Jackson was doing that.
Mark Jackson started that.
Please
come in. Don't do that like Antoine was trash. But come in.
First of all, Antoine shimmy. That was definitely Mark. Mark definitely started that. But
I mean, Antoine used to. I don't know. Antoine used to do it. At least to look nice. I used to only use the Boston Celtics in live because of that.
Okay, I got 3 more, but I think I'm gonna only do 2 more because y'all might get mad at me for one of them because I couldn't find a third person for this one. But I'm gonna do it anyway, just because it could make for good. It could make for a good show. So let's get the bum ass one out the way early. How about that? The one that I think y'all gonna least like. Tony Parker, Chauncey Billups, or Sam Cassell.
Is it serious?
Yeah, this is serious. I know what your answer is, but that doesn't matter. I said it's a bum ass one. So go ahead.
I'm pretty sure you guys got that confused in front of you. TP9.com. Log on.
I like this one. It's not as bad as you think it is, but I'm putting Chauncey, Cassell, and then Parker. But wait, here's the thing. Listen. Before you lose it, I'm doing that only because Parker, to me, is kind of playing for the Spurs is like playing for the Patriots. So it's like it's very hard to give him that much when you're playing for Popovich and you got Ginobili and you got Duncan and everybody's doing their job type thing. Whereas with God, I already forgot the other 2. Oh, Chauncey Billups, come on, man. To lead a team with no all-stars and win a championship against the Lakers that had the Hall of Fame grandpas on their team. Come on now. And then Sam Cassell. Look, Sam Cassell was good, but when Sam Cassell won, he wasn't the best player on his team. He played with Hakeem. He played with Kevin Garnett. So I got to give it to Chauncey.
I don't think the reason why I just want to put this out there real quick before Fresh and Crip Bayless give their opinions. I put those 3 together because I don't think any of them were leaders of their teams. I don't think they were the best players on their teams. I just think they were quality point guards who contributed greatly to the success of their team. But I just wanted to know what you guys thought in regards to those 3.
Can I go now?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Sam Cassell, Tony Parker, Chauncey Billups.
Ooh.
Because I remember what the embryo did.
The embryo.
I remember what the embryo was to Houston. Everybody want to talk about the people who was on Houston, but I want to talk about the contributions that he made to that championship team as a rookie. The embryo. All right. Sam Cassell. And then who I said Tony Parker was Tony Parker. This is taking nothing away from Chauncey Billups, but Chauncey Billups took a long time to find himself in the league. Everybody sort of remember that what he did at the end of his career when he was a veteran in Detroit, but want to forget his Minnesota days, want to forget the days where he Denver days. They want to forget the Chauncey Billups days, Boston, when he was looking for himself, trying to find himself in this league as a scorer, non-scoring point guard, as a point guard that wasn't a assist first point guard. It took him a long time to find himself in the league at 6'4", because he was he was a tweener. He was the first real tweener. But he became so fucking clutch in Detroit that you had to give him his props. And he was such a leader, you had to give him his props. But Sam Cassell was doing it from a fucking rookie. From a fucking rookie, the first 5 years in the league, he made a big fucking difference on every team he played on. They traded him from Houston and said, all right, well, it's only because you playing with these niggas why you that nigga. And when he went to the other teams, he was still that nigga. The embryo, Tony Parker, like a lot of people said, he played with them niggas. But I respect Tony Parker because as a point guard, they say he couldn't shoot, but he led the league in scoring in the paint as a guard, as a non-center, as a non-forward every fucking year. He was that nigga. And when it came down to making the big shot, he was making a clutch mid-range shot. He did what he needed his team to do to win the fucking chip. So I'm always going to give him credit, but I won't give him more credit than the embryo.
Yeah, D, this wasn't a bad list at all.
TP9.com. Log on. Because everybody was getting logged on. I've watched, Tony Parker was giving Chris Paul ass whoopings every time they played. Move, little nigga. Let me show you what it really is. Tony Parker, master of the teardrop. Tony Parker, been pro since he was 15. Tony Parker came straight to San Antonio and said, to the top, we going. I got this. Let's go. Tony Parker bagged Eva Longoria. That's who we talking about.
He also bagged John Barry's wife, too.
All of them hoes. My son Frenchie was not playing with none of them. That's, ooh, the disrespect they were trying to give my son TV. Like you said, league
get it
fucking
twisted.
And he's 6 foot. So I'm playing
Don't
with
get
my
it
son.
twisted, though. If the question was, of the three, which one of them is a Hall of Famer, I'm still going with Tony Parker. If that was the question. Because in the end, his body of work is his body of work. But
no, we're not trying to make it
point guard for a while. But I got him. Cassell was monster. Cassell was mucky when he first came in off the rip. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like Kay said, son came in and changed shit up. Like, oh nah, nigga. Like big part of Houston's wins. Big part. Out the gate. And then what's his name? Chauncey Billups. Chauncey, like you said, Chauncey Billups, it took him a while to get to where he's supposed to be or whatever.
I'm gonna go. I guess I'm gonna be the only one on this island. I'm going to Tony Parker first. I'm going Sam Cassell second. Chauncey Billups last.
Look at us agreeing again.
And I love big game Billups, but Sam Cassell, right? The reason why Sam Cassell gets over big game is because, for one, like he said, like Kay already said, he was doing it from a rookie, right? But also KG's best year was with Sam Cassell and Latrell Speedwell in Minnesota. Okay, master of the mid-range, right? Mid-range pull-up. Sam Cassell was killing them at the point guard position with that. Tony Parker, I was just a fan. I think he would have. He's most out of the three. He was the most idealistic point guard. So once again, that's why he's my first pick. And of course, I was a Spurs fan at that time. And it wasn't because of him they started winning chips. You got to remember, Avery was already there before TP. So
who's better?
It ain't matter who's better.
Okay.
He learned under Avery Johnson. Johnson.
And he played for
behind him. Okay,
he played for Pop,
learned behind Avery.
Listen, nobody knew Tony Parker was gonna. That's the thing about the Spurs. The only nigga they knew was gonna be like that when he drafted him was Tim Duncan and Jay Robinson. All these other niggas, these niggas find all the Euro talent I don't know who they scout is, but that nigga should make a lot of money because he fucking scouts his ass off. Nobody knew Tony Parker was gonna come in and do
Tony
that. But
Parker, Manu Ginobili,
Kawhi Leonard.
Manu Ginobili, aka the white Kobe Bryant.
No, like if I
Manu
research
Ginobili.
all the foreign people them dudes have drafted, it's crazy. And now Wembanyama. But let's move on. Rondo, CP3, Jason Kidd.
I'll go first on this one. This is quick. Jason Kidd is one of my favorite point guards of all time. Period. I can't stand no fucking Chris Paul.
Just putting them in order.
You just put them in
order.
So it's Kidd, Rondo, bum ass CP3.
Okay. Go what you got.
Easy. This is easy for me. It's Jason Kidd first, Chris Paul, and then Rondo. As much as I knock Chris Paul for not being able to win up 3-1 in the finals and give Rondo credit for being a championship point guard, when it comes to the overall body of work, I'm not going to disrespect CP3. I'm going to put him before I put Rondo. Period, point blank.
Ferg, what you got, brother? I'll go until Ferg comes back. I'm going J.
I'm here.
No.
My bad. Baby got she got her nose is clogged up, so I had to help out real quick.
Okay, you had to do what you had to do.
So I didn't catch the list. If you could just run the list by me one more time.
Sure. It's Rondo, CP3, and Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd, Rondo, CP3.
Okay. I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm going Jason Kidd, Rondo.
Agreeing again.
Yep. I'm doing the exact same thing. Now the last one is the wild card, which I feel like is the most exciting. And I hope it's not the worst one. I hope it's just as exciting as I think it is. Penny Hardaway, Brandon Roy, John Morant.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of easy. Penny's like probably my favorite point guard of all time. So that's easy. Penny. But Brandon Roy wasn't a point guard.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't. He was a 2.
No, he was
Brandon
the one.
Roy was a 2.
He was
Brandon
the
Roy
one.
he was a combo.
He was the one. He's a combo guard, but he was the one.
He's a 2 guard.
He was the one.
No, he's not. He was a 2, bro. 2/3.
Who was running the point when Brandon Roy was killing? Who was running the point?
I'm trying to think. Who the fuck
was probably still there?
No. I'm telling you because I did the research. The only time he had a point guard was, and it was a short period of time, I believe it's Andre Miller was over there. He didn't play with Stoudemire.
But that wasn't what he was listed as. They might have had him running the ball.
He was running the one. He was running the
one. But that's not his listed position.
But you got to understand.
Green won the fucking
1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3.
All right. Penny, Brandon Roy, and John Morant.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you on that list. Penny, it should have been Penny and Grant Hill's league. Unfortunately, they got hurt.
Agreed.
So for me, it's Penny, Ja, and Brandon Roy, because to me, Brandon Roy wasn't a point guard; he's a 2 guard, and Ja is a point guard. Ja averages over 10 assists. Ja makes his teammates better, and so did Penny. So just as far as making their teammates better, if you want to put Brandon Roy as a point guard, then Ja is a better point guard than him.
I just put Brandon Roy because he's just better, like just a better player. That's how I looked at it. He's definitely not a point guard.
Just whatever your reason is, your reason. I'm definitely putting Penny. Penny's top of my list. I put Penny, Brandon Roy, and then Penny, John Morant, Brandon Roy. Even though Brandon Roy's sample size was small, I respect him. He just wasn't, he wasn't it for me. So we'll move on to the next topic, the discussion of the in-tournament, NBA in-tournament games. What did you guys think? Do y'all understand the implications of the in-tournament game? Do y'all understand what it's supposed to do? Do you think it's good for the league? That's better. That's the best question. And does it have you guys interested?
Can I go first? All right. So, well, my thing, I don't. I'm a little. I get for the most part what it is, or whatever. I don't get how they determine like the later on teams. What is it about points or something?
There's point differential. And
Like, how do
there's
you go?
also
This is what they broke the conferences down to like 3 parts, right? And everybody plays everybody like twice or some shit like that,
yeah.
4 times. So like, how does it like? How do they pick from? Is it by the record or
By the
is it like
record, by the record.
Yeah, by the record.
Okay.
So they looked at your records last year to decide what kind of groups they were going to put you in for this year.
Okay, whoever got the better records goes on further. Okay, so I think it's great for the league. I think it's great. It's gonna make winners get $500,000. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of niggas that nigga at the bottom of the fucking bench. Like there's a lot of niggas that don't make the big money like the other dudes do that can use the 500. I think it's dope. Like because it makes like how a lot of niggas say, oh, regular season don't count. PK bum ass always saying that dumb shit. Like when niggas say, oh, regular season don't count. Now there's a reason for regular season games to mean something and for niggas to play. Like niggas is playing too. Like it's been good games so far. I think it's dope. I think it was a dope idea that they incorporated it. I think they need to do change the playoffs up and make it where the playoffs is just the top fucking 18 teams or whatever, and not even just conference. It should just be the top teams. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm all for the tournament. I think the tournament is dope. What's tomorrow? It's Tuesdays and Fridays, right? So they play tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I like it. It gets 2 C's up from me. I'm done.
Go ahead, Fred.
I like it. The idea of the regular season not mattering, I never understood why people said that, because when you look at who's winning championships every year, it's still the top seeds. And you don't get to the top seeds unless you're winning games during the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? It's very hard to win a championship from the bottom 4 seeds in the playoffs. So the regular season always matters, in my opinion. What I do like about it, it does give fans a reason to watch games that they probably wouldn't watch. And, I guess the NBA is going to sell more jerseys. I like what they did with the courts. But I think it's good overall. It'll make guys want to play. I don't know how much the 500,000 is going to motivate, like, a guy like LeBron, who could probably make that, in
Makes that every 5 minutes, like.
Yeah, but like Thanasis Antetokounmpo, yeah, he needs that 500.
He need all that. He's tired of borrowing from his brother.
All that.
He need all that to pay his brother back. I know for a fact he's in debt. So he definitely needs that. Niggas, that's what I'm saying. Like niggas that don't get the money like other niggas that's on league minimum type shit, 10-day contracts, leaguers that just came up. They need all that. I'm when I get on this court now, boy, like you know what I'm saying, and his bragging rights too. Like, was it come with a trophy or some shit too?
I think that it'll probably supersede the All-Star game, and it'll. I think that's what the league is doing.
It'll be like a thing where everybody's looking forward to.
I think that's what makes it exciting, is because the lacklusterness of the All-Star game. If they find a way to make the All-Star game matter as much as this in tournament, I think we will get back to more of a competitive game. They're going in the right direction because they made it back to East and West. I think with the next step that I'm looking forward to is them adding back the center to the ballot, so that centers could become more valuable again. That's the thing. But I think this is exciting. I think not only when you mentioned jersey sales and what they did with the courts, is for whatever reason, because everybody gets paid, we saw it be more competitive. This was those in-season games were very competitive games for the regular season, and
Even the
nobody
losers get
took
paid. Like the
off.
top 4
Nobody
teams.
took a game off and all of that. Like they was really trying to win.
Yeah, and the other niggas get paid too. Like I think it's 500,000 for the winners, and then it trickles down like 250,000, some shit like that. And then like even the fourth highest team get like 100,000 or 50,000 or some shit like that. Like I think it's dope.
And you know something else? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad, Kay.
No, I mean finish. Go ahead.
I just wanted to add one more thing. It also gives the bottom tier teams that aren't going to make the playoffs, it
Nothing to
still
shoot
gives
for.
them yeah.
So I mean, I'll keep it short. I mean, it's competition. It gives competitors that who compete at the highest level something more to compete for. Because as a team, there's only going to be one NBA champion. Every season is only going to be one NBA champion. But if you know we won the tournament this year, nigga, we beat all y'all niggas. Because what I like about it is that after a while, it becomes a one-game elimination. It's not a 7-game series, not a 3-game series. It becomes a one-game elimination about
So it could go anyway.
who's coming to play tonight, nigga. Fuck tomorrow, fuck yesterday, my nigga. If your ankle is swollen, if your baby mama is talking shit to you tonight, my nigga, and I'm gonna get in your ass because I know she fucking my mans and them, you know what I'm talking about? It's lit. It is what it is. It's just for tonight. And if it's over, it's over. You going home, and it's next season to when you can talk shit again to me. Both of us may not make the playoffs, my nigga, and none of us may not win the chip, my nigga. But I know I got in your ass in that fucking tournament, my nigga, and you gonna remember that, my nigga. And you want to see me next year in that tournament, you know what I'm talking about? So it just gives competitors another thing to compete at. You know what I'm saying? That's how I
I'm
feel.
curious how it's gonna translate into 2K.
But
where's the meter, Quest? Where's the meter? I kept seeing your eyes.
It got like 1 or 2 more infractions, and then it's going off.
Yeah. He was bordering on what's the dude's rhyme? What was gosh, cannabis's rhyme? Can't nobody eat a nigga ass like
Yeah. Cannabis was out of linea for that. There was him between him, Biggie. Don't let me get on the rappers. There's a lot of out of linea lines. Rappers was wilding with the bars.
It's crazy the stuff.
This is not really part of the topics of discussion, but since we're just talking NBA, how is anyone surprised on how good Wembanyama is right now? I saw a quote by LeBron saying he's glad he's on his way out the league because this dude's gonna be a problem. I think so far he's been living up to the hype. And the last person to live up to the hype was LeBron. So I just want to get everybody's quick impression on what they've seen so far from this gentleman.
I like it. I ain't gonna say I didn't want to like him. Like I wasn't caught up on the hype. Like I wasn't like, I'm like, all right. But he plays hard. That's what I like a lot. He plays hard. Pause. He plays like he come to play. Like he not and he like he coming to kill. Like he coming in and he's like going at niggas. He not waiting for nobody to like he came out to play. Like I like him. I think he's good. I knew he was gonna be good, like because of his skill set and his size. Pause. Like 7'4" dude, smooth with the rock, smooth with the scoring. Like when he do a move, it don't look stiff. It don't look pause. It don't look like, you know what I mean, like forced. Like he don't do a lot of wasted movement. Yeah, and I couldn't think of no other word to like substitute. But he don't waste movements. Like his game is smooth. It's a nice smooth game. Like when he doesn't move, it's smooth. It ain't raggedy or like, you know what I'm saying, like boxy. Like for a guy his size to move like that, he got a jump shot. And he's the defender. The defense is what I wanted to see. If he was going to be a good defender, and he's a good defender. Yeah, Son's going to be a problem. Especially if he gained like a little 10 pounds of muscle. Like if Son's going to be a problem. I like him. I think he's cool. I'd get a jersey.
I like him. I'm shocked that he's assimilated this quick. It almost looks like the game comes slow to him, where he's able to process things faster than I thought he would. And I was really worried about, physicality, but because he's because he's so tall, and another thing too, I didn't realize how quick he was. He's quick.
Yeah.
He's quick for a guy that size. And, the highlights that we saw of him in Europe, we saw dudes bodying him up, thinking that it was going to be the same here. But we keep forgetting they play a more physical game over there than the NBA plays. So it's almost as if it's like he's got more space to move around here. And when you look
Like
at
it's a little easier for him here.
right, when you look at his crossover dribble, that is deadly for someone to have that kind of a wingspan and to be able to cross over, because he could just do a regular measly crossover dribble, but because the wingspan is so far, he can move defenders rather easily. And I don't know many bigs that can stay in front of him. And look,
And he dunks by accident. Like he'll do a spin move and like his hair is like literally at the rim by accident. All he do is just like a little hot.
yeah.
Like,
So for me,
I've never seen anything like it.
so for
I'm
me,
not much of that, but
so for me, I'm gonna combine three people all in one. He's like a KG, a Porzingis, and a Luka all in one. All right. I'm gonna go KG because of his defensive tenacity and because of his natural ball handling skills and his natural jump shot, how smooth his jump shot looks. Porzingis because Porzingis is 7'4", and he was the unicorn before we saw anybody at 7'4" do the shit that Wemby's doing right now. And I gotta incorporate a little Luka because he's been playing overseas, so he don't give a fuck about Americans right now. He know that even when he was overseas,
he's Ivan Drago.
when he was playing in France, he wasn't on the best team. His team was still losing. He was still losing in France. You know what I'm saying? He was doing him, but his team wasn't the best team in France. So with all that being said, the most thing that impresses me about him is that he's ready for prime time. In crunch time, in clutch moments, in clutch shots, he wants the ball. He wants to score. He wants to go to that free throw line. He wants the plays drawn up for him, and he wants to block your fucking shot. He wants to do all of that naturally, and that's what makes him different. Is his natural drive and his just he just wants it. And the fact that he wants it so bad, and you see that he's gonna get better, and that he's with Pop and he's with the Spurs, is just fucking amazing.
You know what else impressed me?
I'll make it very simple. I'm just impressed.
You know what else impressed me? That he handles the pressure well. He handles the fame. He handles the Porzingis couldn't. That was one thing about Porzingis. He couldn't handle that pressure like Wembanyama. He's handling the pressure. He handles it well. Like it's not a thing to him. Like you know what I mean? Like
because you know what? He's been that nigga in France for the past 5 years. Like
yeah,
he's been that nigga in France. We just found it out about
San Antonio gonna be a problem.
That nigga in France.
But
And even like I said, in France, he was still losing to the vets, to the big homies. He was still losing to them niggas. He ain't win chips. You know what I'm saying?
But you
the
know,
point guard nigga name in San Antonio, Trey. What is it? Trey what's their point guard? Because their point guard is good in San Antonio.
They got 2 point guards that's kind of good. They got the Malcolm Branham dude, or whatever his name is, Braham, and then they got Trey Jones. Trey Jones is that dude though.
Yeah. Him and Sohan. I like Sohan too. They got
Sohan.
San Antonio are going to be a problem soon. Give them
San Antonio's going to surprise a lot of teams.
If we're going to mention niggas on saying that, it got to go with Devin Vassell, who's hurt right now, and Keldon Johnson.
And Keldon Johnson, yep.
Yeah, like
but the thing was, K, those guys was there last year, and we already knew what those guys could do. It's this addition of Wemby and how it all flows together now with Wemby, Vassell, Kendall, Branham. It's
Melton dude.
Right now, Osmond from Cleveland. Right now, they look like a complete team. We're gonna move on to women's college basketball, which is back. And unfortunately, the Bayou Barbie took an L. LSU lost their opener to Colorado, of all places. Colorado.
You were expecting them to go undefeated or something? Like, I'm not surprised they lost.
After what they did last year, you did not expect the opening loss. No.
That's the only game we lose for the rest of the season.
Angel Reese had 15 points and 12 rebounds, 1 assist. They lost 92-78. Yeah. Any thoughts on the game? Nope. Yes. No.
I ain't thinking nothing of it. LSU still the team to beat. Like, it's the first game. She probably just came back off of a book signing or some shit. Like, I ain't stressing it. Now, if they lose 3-4 in a row, it's like, oh, all right, well, it might be a little different, but I'm not stressing it. First loss. Sometimes you play down to your opponent. You know how that go. I ain't stressing it.
I'm with Crip on that. I think it's just hangover. I think they're gonna be just fine. A lot of times you see the champions lose their home openers when they come back. It's just a hangover. I don't look. Colorado found lightning in a bottle, But just like you said, if they start off 1-4 or 1-5, all right, maybe there's cause for concern. But the talent that they have on that team and the coach is still the same. So I'm not going to put too much stock into it.
Well, Prom probably gave them the opening speech, and then Colorado was hyped. Prom probably gave them they come out to the game speech or some shit, and he must have got hyped. I don't know. Dion went down to the locker room by accident.
We know who didn't have a hangover. It was South Carolina. SC did not have a hangover. They started their season 100-71.
Can I speak on the first game before we go to the next one? Can I talk on LSU Colorado? Sure. You just want to quote me? I'm all patient and shit because I ain't.
No, look, you look like you had nothing to say, sir. That was the only reason why I went on.
No, I'm gonna go with the Colorado. What's the young lady from Colorado who busts everybody from LSU ass? She looks like she's gonna be a problem. I think Prime put Colorado on the map, and they believe now. All throughout the athletic program, they believe. And
Foreman is her name.
And I don't think this is going to be the first team that Colorado woman upset this year because she just looked like she's here to bust ass and she's going to be a problem.
Her name was Frida Foreman. She had 27, 5, and 5.
She ain't give a fuck about LSU. She ain't give a fuck about that chip. She was just out there balling, you heard? I seen a highlight. She was just busting. Frida Foreman, you heard? She was out there giving them bitches work. She looked like a female Josh. She was out there giving them bitches work. She didn't give a fuck about none of that chip, none of that NIL shit. She didn't give a fuck about none of that. Mm-hmm. She was just out there giving them bitches work, you heard? And I feel like a few other bitches is gonna get that work from her this year because Prime just came to Colorado and put them on the fucking map. And they just feel like we Buffaloes ain't gonna be fucking overlooked because Prime got everybody here now, so we
Prime effect.
Right, it's the prime because Colorado was a program that nobody was on at all. They had no athletes, they had no fucking sponsors, there was nobody around them, and all of a fucking sudden, they realized that damn one nigga can make difference of a difference. Imagine if we go out here and beat some bitches that we ain't supposed to beat. Maybe like they come on us. All right, let's go out here and do it. Freedom, it's on you, bitch. Eat. Fuck them up. And she did that. Let's see how far they go. But LSU is going to do what they do. But I feel like I said, Colorado is going to upset some more bitches.
I agree. Colorado on the map, prime effect. Like I said, SC State won 100-71. I sent you guys all the video about a rookie, Malaysia Fuwili. She was getting crazy in this game, and it's interesting for me because it's like, South Carolina was already gonna be a beast, and then y'all drafted a new beast. It's like and she already like it's like Dawn Staley couldn't even believe what she was seeing watching this girl do her thing. So we might have another up and comer coming out of South Carolina that's not Aaliyah Boston or nothing like that, but that's going to come out of that program and produce something nice for the WNBA in the future.
That's the effect of having a Dawn Staley. You're gonna get. She just want to be under Dawn Staley's tutelage.
Right.
She want to get that knowledge from Dawn, so she's gonna go to her program.
I'm gonna tell you one other person too that got hired recently that I think is gonna make a big waves along with Dawn Staley is Teresa Weatherspoon.
Spoon, yep.
Teresa Weatherspoon. I
what's
that. God, I can't remember this. I saw it recently. She had just got the press conference, and she had dropped this dime on one of the reporters, like typical teaspoon quote, where she's like the ultimate motivator. But what I wanted to piggyback on what Kay said is that you're starting to see now some of the players we saw when the WNBA first started, they're starting to get into coaching now. And you're starting to see a change in college ball, and you're starting to see what Becky Hammon did with the Vegas Aces. Like, you're starting to see the level of intellect with the women's game. You're not going to see the dunkers like we have, in the men's game, but the intelligent part of the game, they're leaps and bounds ahead of the men. I'll give them credit for that. Because when you can't just throw an alley-oop over the defense and you literally have to play the chess game, you got to play legit basketball. They got to play tactical ball. And what we're seeing a lot of that. And it's very impressive. The highlight that this Magic Johnson said it's the best highlight he ever seen in a game.
Niggas be gassing it. Like, let's stop. Well, it was fire.
It was fire.
It was fire. It was fire. It was
fire. Best I ever seen. I've seen some shit.
Well, it wasn't the.
It was definitely hyping it.
It wasn't the best layup I've seen ever. I mean, Michael Jordan's had better layups, but
I ain't gonna lie. She cleared from like half court though to the rim, dump that like boop, boop. She was at the rim. Was like,
you know so what
it wasn't the layup. If you pay attention to
it was the move to the layup.
Went behind her back.
It was everything.
The way that she did it and the flow.
Excuse me. There's a meeting at the backboard. That's what it was. Move up. Excuse me. Eat at the backboard.
Chill Quay songs.
You know what it is.
I'm not gonna bring that out yet.
So when I saw it, I was just like, if you're not gonna dunk, you could be a magician on the floor. That's
why they need to. That's why they need to lower the rim for the girls. Like after that, she was supposed to crank it on somebody. Like that'd have been great. If she'd have cranked it on somebody, then it might be arguably up there with it. Like that would have been great. That's why I think they should just lower the rim. Girls, they pride. Listen, how about we drop this down to 9 foot and y'all get crazy? That's it. Like y'all get crazy. Brittany probably gonna get on her Shaq shit. You're like,
they don't want it.
I want to see titty on titty dunks.
They don't want it.
That's what I want to see. Booby on booby violence. That's what I want to see. Like I want to see. I don't want to see chick fast break catch a little rim grazer. Nah, I want to see chicks cranking on each other, bro. I'm talking about knocking bitches' weaves out. Like I want to see some shit. Come on. Vaginas on necks.
Pum in face. Pum in somebody else's face.
Pum in face. That's what I see. A tree something. Yeah, that's it. Vagina upon neck. That's what I want to see.
Mercy. Jesus
so
Christ.
Wait. So if somebody get dunked on, would they still call it a facial?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's a good question. Only time will tell.
You could just call it like crazy. I could literally hear announcements. Hell, Shorty just got waxed.
Figuratively. Who's the commissioner of the WNBA? I need to write them a letter.
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I'll look it up for our next episode.
We need to write them a letter. Lower the fucking rims so I can see fucking boob on boob violence. The fuck is you doing?
Jesus Christ. Listen, I'm gonna end the show with just making sure that I'm because I don't know that I did this. Because then otherwise we could just end the show. Did I congratulate the World Series champions last episode?
Nah, I don't think you
I
did.
did not. I just want to make sure that I do, even though there's none of our teams. Texas Rangers.
Nobody. When it's not your team in the World Series, nobody cares.
I can't because
I'm
we gotta shout out everybody, all the winners out here in these
Who
streets.
won
We gotta
again?
shout them out.
Who won again?
The Texas Rangers won.
Didn't
They
I say
won
that?
4-1. They won 4-1 over Arizona, which I thought was going to be the case once they was facing Arizona. I did not expect Arizona to get there in the first place. So,
Once they beat,
congratulations to the Texas Rangers. What'd you say, Kay?
once they beat the Astros, that was the World Series for me. That's all I'm saying. I gave them hours after that.
Hey, Texas Rangers, fuck y'all.
Hey,
Y'all ain't
okay.
fuck Yankees. Y'all ain't Yankees. I don't give a fuck who win the World Series. If it ain't the Yankees, fuck them.
Okay. Well,
The
with
fuck?
that being said,
I'll even settle for the Mets win. The fuck? If it ain't one of them two niggas, I don't care. Texas Rangers, the Silverback, the Silverfish, I don't care who it is. It ain't the Yankees.
who's the Silverfish?
Nueve Yankees. If it ain't the Yankees, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about nothing.
Nueve Yankees.
Right, yeah.
Yo.
Look, he said, I don't care about nothing.
I don't care about nothing.
Wasn't the Yankees?
You know, the Yankees don't care about nothing.
All right, ladies and
I
gentlemen, we'll conclude on Dominican Poppy Bayless. we'll conclude.
My Spanish name is Gordo Azul.
Big Blue?
Yeah.
Yo.
That's a good one.
Gordo, all right. Oh my God, I can't with this guy.
I'm like a Giant fan, but I'm gonna let that go. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh man.
Here we go. Turn everything
Gordo Azul.
End this damn show. End the show before you start bringing up more diet shit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Straight from the Block, only on 92.6 WKBP. This spot. I am your host, DePlano, co-host. Holla on him on the way out.
You already roll with this, man. It's your boy Questro, aka Crip Baylor. Stop playing me,
You already know, man. Acid Martin, aka Mr. Martin, man. We out of here. Big Blue, you heard?
Yeah, Haitian Ferg, once again, enjoyed having a great time with y'all. Chopped it up. Till next time.
No.